Welcome to the Grand Palace. This is another very good day for Professional English Guide Club, or sometimes we can call it PEG or PEG. We are going to have a training course for the tourist guide at University of Payao. Now it's batch number 7. So the course is going to start very soon. Before we start the course, let's review the little theory. Normally the tour guide will start once they arrive at the palace or wherever they visit. What to start is the general information, introductions, any rules governed, any rules to follow when we do the tour. In general, we start with brief overview what we're going to do. Let's say in the Grand Palace. Now we are arriving in the Grand Palace. We are going to take the tour, which take around 1 hour and 20 minutes. Where we're going to visit starting from the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, and then we continue to the Grand Palace. So, however, before start the tour, there are some little rules that when entering the hall, we have to take off shoes, take off hat. At the same time, inside the hall, we don't sit and point feet to the Buddha image or even to the people. We have to be careful about people sitting around. Please bend the body to pay respect to them. The other thing is, safety is important. We can notice that sometimes there is broken slab, which we may stumble on it. So the tour guide have to be careful, have to be concerned. Tell them where we can take picture. In general, we can take picture in most of the place except the place that they show the sign prohibited, or in general is inside the hall, especially the ordination hall and all the throne hall that we visit. The other thing is toilet. Some people may need toilet before we start the tour, so give them some time for the toilets and then tell them where is the meeting point. We start here and we meet here, and which point, which tree, at what time, and possible tell them 2 times about the timing. For example, 8:15 or 8:50, it could be confused by the tourists. So 8:15 or 15 minutes past 8, we are going to meet again at this meeting point. How about rules of if someone lost, what happened? Where to meet? So again, the meeting point, in case you get lost, please meet under this tamarind tree opposite the beige color building. Or this is a starting point. Or again, what else? Lost during the walk. If they are lost, please tell them, don't walk out the walkway. I will come back and see you again. Remind them again, maybe they may have any questions. So ask them, do you have any questions? Do you want further information about my talk? So please give me 5 minutes. At this 5 minutes time, you can go to the toilet just right opposite. At the toilet, so we have 5 minutes to the toilet and come back here. At the same time, I like to go and buy the tickets. So I come and meet you here again under the tree. Make sure that the starting point, the guests will not stand and facing the sun. Try to find the shade to give them a breath. Try to find the shade. Make sure that they are not staying in the sun. Walk and stand, be balanced. Not too long walk, not too much stand, and then balance. Okay, let's go and see how our team are working. We have five trainers today, so it seems to be a full team from Professional English Guide Club. Then I will show you how they work, how they start. Let's go. Let's start with the first group. Our trainer is me, or Cyrilla. She's one of the national trainer from World Federation of Tourist Guide Association. So this is one of our team from Professional English Guide Club. So what she did is just introduction, overview. Already informed all of them. Now is the time to practice.
Yeah. What my student is doing is explaining about introduction. What are we going to do before we leading the tour? For example, about the time, the meeting time, the meeting point, where to go to toilet, and then the safety. Be careful about the pickpockets, and also some brief information before leading the tour.
Okay, I will get ticket for you. I will give you 10 minutes to go to the toilet, and we will go to see together here, and then we will go together. Okay.
Now we're going to see another group. The trainer is P. Tip or Kun Tip Apon. She is another professional trainer from Professional English Guide Club. She starts with the first trial to the first student. So with what to do in the beginning or what to do before we start the tour. So start with our students as one gentleman, after which she continue with the comment. What you have done, what should we do, what is good, what should do, be better if possible. So this is Ajahn Tip or Tip Apon. Here she has a group of 5 students, and how to intro, how to choose the content.
When you present, you don't have to present 100% from here, but you have to know which one to pick. Just like you say the figure of the hermit, but I say statue of the hermit. This is for example, okay? So you have to know 100% to use only 10%. Because if you use 100%, people will fall asleep.
Let's go see the next trainer. She's Bum or Tiranan. So we're going to meet Tiranan. She's another trainer from Professional English Guide Club. She has been training for I think more than 5 years with us. The starting is actually, this is just introductions, but one thing is quite crowded outside, so she decided to move in and then start intro from one by one. So introductions again, what is about the overview, what we're going to do and what are the rules, cultural sensitivity, what is the Thai culture that we should aware. How about laws, about timing, any toilet, any break during the tour, any, let's say, broken slab that they might misstep, or any high step that sometimes they may miss it. So that is the tour guide have to remind it where we can take picture, where cannot take picture. So this is about what. So let's hear one of the students.
Please take off your shoe when you come inside. And if you have thirsty and want to buy some drinks or want to go to toilet, just let me know. I will show you where that you can buy some beverages.
So this is the overview. Tour guide is supposed to give to the guests before they start the tour. That how long is the tour, where can we get drinks, is the drink provided? At the same time, make sure the size of the group. The size of the group is small, so the volume of the voice, if bigger size, it should be of course louder. But at the same time, though it's loud, it should not disturb other people. Let's meet another trainer, Natalie or Thai Chanok. She's a professional trainer from our pet club. She has done a few introductions. So after which, what is the comment? So she's doing the comment at the moment.
Your voice intonation is also very, very important. You need to make sure your volume when you speak is loud enough, all right? Not too loud, not too loud, but
Pretty nice.
yeah. All right. So make sure it's loud enough for everyone to hear. Okay. So.
Three important buildings. First one is a golden stupa, and then is a Pamandok. And the last one is a Royal Pantheon. First one quite important because it was built by the Kingdom the Fourth. Was built by Kingdom the Fourth.
Now everyone, we will introduce one thing to you. TVP. TVP stands for top visual priority, and top visual priority means buildings that are standing out. So when I'm standing here, talk about 3 structures on the platform. 1, 2, 3. And those are called TVP. When I'm explaining something, I'm going to stand in front of the structures, and that means structures will be behind me, and I don't have to turn around very often. So this is to make sure that all of my clients who are standing right in front of me don't have to move from place to place in order to listen to explanation. For example, when I'm standing here, my TVP is 3 structures on the platform. One is in gold color, one is in green right in the middle, and one is in green and blue on the right side. Okay, so those are the standing out structures in this area. So let me demonstrate how do we do that. For example, when I'm trying to explain about the structure in gold color on your left hand side, I'm going to say, everyone, please have a look at the gold structure located on your left hand side. The gold structure is called the golden stupa, and the golden stupa has the in the form of bell shape with the superimposed rings of diminishing size on the top. That is called golden stupa. And next, move to the one right in the middle. The structure is in green color. That green color is in the square shape with proud-like spire located on the top. That is called the library. The library was built in 18th century by the order of King Rama I. And it is the place where we keep the teaching of the Buddha. Next, further from the structure in the middle in green, we move to the building with the bronze spire on the top in green and yellow color. The roof is in green and orange. So that is called the Royal Pantheon. The Royal Pantheon was built by the order of King Rama IV of Thailand in 19th century. That's the place where we keep the life-size statues of the deceased king of this dynasty. Besides TVP, in order to explain officially, we also use the adjectives to signify to specify the building. For example, the tall building with the green roof, with the orange roof, the square building in green color, and the tall building with the prasad spire or bronze spire located on the top. Okay, so these are the story of TVP and how to explain TVP. And after this, if we want to move somewhere else, we also find another TVP to explain to the clients. And this is the thing that we train our students on site, so that when they finish the course and they get the license, they know how to work efficiently.
Now we know what is the term TVP or top visual priority. Next is when we explain the object, we explain the tourists about each object. Actually, we want to answer a few questions. Those questions are, what is this? This is one of the very most important word. If we don't know what is this, the other thing will not follow. So the tour guide is supposed to start with, what is in front of you? What is this? Or here we are in front of what? So that's the things. So afterwards, when was it built? For whom? Why? How? What is it made of? What color? So what comes first? Then the details with a few more questions. Normally will be 7, 8 or 9 questions. Then you get the detail. That's it. There is a procedure. There is a block. If you can recognize this block, this procedure is easy to work. Whatever you start, when you move to any site, any object that you want to explain, you always start with, this is what? It built in what? It's about what? It's built for whom? How many years ago? So these are a few questions. Once you get these 6, 7 questions or 7 answers, that's it.
You should always try to encourage them to participate in your conversation as well, because he did a very great job. So give him a big hand.
So now we have another technique that we normally use to train our trainees or students.
So actually, it is very important for us to know where to stand in front of the object, next to the object, or behind the object. In this case, you can see that we have the statue standing behind us. And for us, as professional guide training, we have the way to explain and to stand. Jerry, can you tell us how to?
Okay, so this is really important. Once the guides lead the group, so they know where heading to, the guide is the one who have to stand firmly at the place. So the tourists or your guests will know where will be standing. However, there are few techniques of standing or choose the point of standing. The thing is, if you found the object is tall enough, just standing and facing the back to the object. So at the same time, your eyes contact to everyone. And make sure everyone can hear you. So make them a bit close to you in a semicircle. Make sure they can see everything that we want to explain. You are facing them, not facing the object. We don't face the back to the customer. At the same time, you look at the object. This is not professional. Why? The thing is, you have been here many times. Of course, you know the things very well. So use your eyesight, look at their face, make sure that you know what you are talking about. Just as I was talking about the object that tall enough, the tall object was just facing our back to the object.
So it is necessary for us to stand like this. Because why don't we just move a little bit further? And so it is easy to see the objects.
That's a very good question. Why don't we move a bit further? The thing is that if you're standing far from the object, you give some room for the people to pass by. At the same time, your customer look at the object and look at the pass-by people. So they might not concentrate in what we are talking about. So possible, go closer to the object and put the group in front of you in semicircle. Other tourists who pass by, they go from the back. So this is the tall object.
I see. Thank you very much. Okay, another thing that we would like to introduce. This is one thing that we train our trainees or participants. When we see the object, the small object or the lower object, how to explain about the lower object? Where should we stand? Okay, this is different from the tall objects that we mentioned earlier. Jerry, can you tell us, suppose this is a very important object inside the gallery, how do we explain to the clients where do we stand and what techniques that we use to explain?
That's a very good question again. The thing is that compared with the demon that we just taken the picture, and that what I just explained, the demon standing tall, which I can stand in front of the demon with my face back. But if you look at this pot plant, it's a lotus pot plant. The pot is about my level, my chest level. If I stand and block like the demon,
so no one can see.
No one can see it. So I have to position 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Once you position, your clients, your guests know where to stand. Definitely they will not go behind you, but they will come in front of you and come closer to you. You are not going to stand out away from the pot which you gave way to other people to walk past. So go closer to the object. So it's 45 degrees. Then you can explain what is this. That is important. You start with what, then other details will come. What is this? This is a lotus pot plant. You can see that there are a number of leaves in green color. The flower is pink in color. That is lotus flower. If you look closely, before the lotus flower, you can see a kind of green bud-like. So this is the fruit. Notice that what I used is the color, the adjective to explain the thing. I will not touch the object. Because if I touch, the second person touched, how many people visiting the Grand Palace a day? How many touch happen to this? So what's going to happen? So this is a golden rule that don't touch the object. Except those object is allowed to touch. Please feel free to touch. There will be a sign on it. So for this, I use pink color to explain the objects because they think I can't touch it. So when the tourists they look at the thing, they won't look at the green. They won't look at gray color. They go to the pink directly. So you can see the pink color, the shape like a bell. I use the shape. I use position. It's in front of the lotus flower, so they know where they will look at. So shape, position, and color help to explain the object. Even you go to the museum, in the museum, those objects might be in the glass box. You can't put the finger through the glass, but what you do is look at the round green box next to the brown square box or on the right hand side of the round square box. So this is really help to understand, to make that your customer understand what you are talking about.
And I saw that you usually use 5 keys, like what, who, when, where, why, to explain about the objects in front of you or behind you. It is do these words very important in our explanation.
Do these words very important. It's a kind of a must. It's a kind of rule, a procedure. If you can start with what, then when, why, where, how, for whom. It's easy for the tour guide to work. Then you know the process. You link each other together, like you form or you string a story. So as I said, it's 5, 6, 7, or 8 sentences. You can get one whole bunch of the thing.
Yes. The last one that you will see this building that has the corn shape on the top. This one we call Royal Pantheon, which we keep the statue of the king from King Rama I until King Rama VIII of Ratanakosin dynasty. Would you like to know how come we don't have the statue of King Rama? Okay, because King Rama IX just passed away on 13 October last year, so we still do not have his statue inside the hall.
You start with the golden stupa and continue with the scripture hall, then those royal pantheon, and this crown-like structure. What do we call again? Prasavet Udakan Bihan And what I like again, you ring or string the story together, and you use link. So use link instead of talking about. Let's say you talk about the library, and you link to the Bible, with the scripture with the Bible. You talk about our story, but you link to the movie that's very famous among especially American and UK or even Australia. They know the story of the king and I quite well. And you link to King Rama III, you use the shape, you use the color. So when I look at the thing, let's say if you see green color, I will not look at the orange one. My eyes will screen. I see things only in green color. And you even build rapport, build rapport with the clients, asking the question, do you know about this? So they become more active. And then at the end, you even tell where are you going to, which I'm going not to miss. So I'm not going to miss the thing I'm talking about. So this is excellent and well done. And you even ask, do you have any questions? That's great. Thank you so much. The structure in front of you, which is called Prang or Khmer style stupa. This is the icon of this temple. Whoever come to Wat Arun, this is the highlight, and this is the things that they want to see. So before I take you around, that will take around 45 minutes, I will go and get the tickets and distribute to you all. In this temple, in this Prang, feel free to take picture. The background of this temple or this Prang is originally, it was built about, let's say, 400 years, which is the late Ayutthaya period. That is the former capital of Thailand. But what you see this size, originally just about 16 meters high. About nearly 200 years ago, King Rama III of Bangkok, who traded a lot with China, make it this size. So it's about 67 meters. This morning, the whole sessions of our training, we did it at the Grand Palace and also the temple of the Emerald Buddha image. Now, after lunch, let's go another session of training. We are in Wat Arun or Temple of the Dawn. So what we do, I did give them some briefing of the story of the temple and also some, what do you call that, rules or cultural sensitivity, what we're going to do, how long we're going to spend, and also overview of this temple. So after that, we divide the group into 4 groups again, with each group one trainer. One trainer for 6 trainees to make sure that everyone get chance to practice. So at the back, you can see that we are doing the training. The trainer is starting with the introduction, overview, what to talk before we start the tour. So at the moment, after introduction, the trainer asked one of the trainee or one of the students to come out and then practice introduction of Wat Arun. So everyone will take turn until done, and later after that we are going to move in and do another talk, presentations again before we let everyone go up to enjoy the picture, enjoy the view of Wat Arun, and give them the timing to meet a meeting point. All right?
This temple actually is built in the Ayutthaya period, and also how they see the history of this temple, how it come. I'm going to show you and tell you, explain very briefly. So like first, right, when we have the war in Ayutthaya, there is a general we call Jata. He have fought and he won all the fight with Burma, and then what he do is like he want to build a new capital.